that too mean right off the top? Buckle up, fuckers. Here we go. I got a mean sense of humor. I like to laugh when people get hurt. My favorite thing to laugh at, I like a shark bite. Anytime there's a shark bite on the news, I masturbate to that. It is my favorite. I have a DVR and a Snuggie. I make a night of it. I light some candles. I never feel bad for the people getting bit by sharks. It's always the same guy. It's some guy from like Alabama, and he read somewhere that, okay, he heard somewhere that it was a good idea to dip his feet in chum and go for a swim. It's always that guy. The only one I didn't laugh at, I don't know if anyone remembers this, it was a couple of years ago, there was a young girl in Hawaii. She got her arm completely bit off by a shark. I feel bad doing jokes about the girl, but you guys showed up and shit, so we're doing it. Yeah, I didn't laugh when that one happened, because of when it happened. It happened like 10 days before Christmas that year. So every day leading up to Christmas, that girl's parents were on all the news stations crying and doing interviews. Her boyfriend couldn't be reached for comment. He was at the mall returning a watch. But I was depressed. It's a true story. The girl's name was Bethany Hamilton. She just wrote a book called Swimming in Circles. Pick it up. Definitely pick it up. Especially if it's on her left. Help her out. The truth of the matter is that girl, Bethany Hamilton, she actually gave me permission to talk about her in my act, because I felt really bad, so I found her on the internet, and I sent her an email. She emailed me back, like 6 weeks later, because she's a slow typer now. And she was like, no, I'm flattered. I love comedy. I would love to come and see one of your shows. And then I emailed her back, and I was like, no, that's probably not a good idea, but only because I really like applause. Yeah, she's more of a knee slapper now. She's doing fine. She just got married or something. Somebody asked for her hand in marriage, and yeah. That one makes me giggle.
My good friend Tom Dustin.
What do you think about Tom Dustin?
At the Funny Bone this weekend, Tom Dustin.
We're talking with Tom Dustin.
His name is Tom Dustin.
I love Tommy D, one of the funniest guys I ever met.
Tom Dustin's like, come on, we gotta fucking go.
He's enigmatic. He's fascinating.
I have model hands.
Yo, look at that.
This is what your hands look like if you've never done any real work.
I was in the coffee shop this morning. I'm pretty sure the cops are coming to the studio to arrest me. I stole this.
The most Boston guy on the planet.
But I'm the one guy from Boston that doesn't know anything about sports. They win, they lose, my rent stays the same.
You know, I don't care.
Tom is moving to Key West.
Of course I am.
And you just take the most Boston guy and you shove his drunk ass right into the Keys of Florida. And he's running a comedy club. He's got a parrot on his shoulder. He's Jimmy Buffett if he was funny.
I've never been to Key West. Is there a good club there?
There's a small club, Key West Comedy.
Yeah, is it good?
Oh, it's wonderful. Everything about Key West is, I don't know if you've ever been, but it's wonderful. Everyone's on a bicycle. That's the, pardon me, and then this is, get the fuck out of the way. Isn't that fun? Mm-hmm. Like, if you see someone on a bicycle in Omaha, you go, oh, that poor guy's got a DUI. This may ruin my career if this does go on television. Aligning yourself with the wrong show or the wrong television station in the very beginning can be devastating. And I think I may have made that mistake. Double. All right, you can stop rolling now. I was just being honest for a while. I like my coffee like I like my women. Black with low self-esteem. Little Dunkin' Donuts magic.
Oh, there's a scoop.
Do I have half in here? There's all this fucking celery in the way. Celery and champagne. That doesn't sound great, Tom. Yeah, I gotta quit smoking. Drinking drugs. I think you should quit drinking first. I don't do any real drugs. Once in a while, I'll take a little mushrooms, or if there's cocaine around it.
Every time we shoot, we get something else.
You've had quite a stellar handful of years at Mr. Joe List.
Yeah, it's been good. It's been very exciting. About 7 years now of success.
Joe List, everybody!
My mother came home. She's like, why do you smell like urine and have a sunburn? I'm like, because your brother's a psychopath. That's why. I was like, is this a hospital or a frat house? I gotta go. You guys are great. Thank you very much.
I mean, you start in a fucking movie, for Christ's sake. That's,
Yeah. Wall Street Journal called it one of the best films of the year. It's got 36% of Rotten Tomatoes, so get out there and check it out. But I'm making a film right now.
All right, let's talk about this, because this was
I don't even know what it is, and I think I'm in it. You might see a guy roaming around the place with a camera. We're shooting a little, I don't even know what we're doing.
Tom Dustin is such an amazing subject for a film. We're making a movie about Key West and Tom Dustin.
You don't know who Tom is?
I'm famous.
If you were going to be famous for something, what would it be?
Remember a triple homicide? No. I run the stand-up comedy club in town.
Do you?
Comedy Key West.
I actually think that comics are some of the bravest people on the planet. Unless you're just a screw loose, which is fine.
That's half of it. I think it's about how you fail at comedy and move to Key West if you're a total fucking drunk.
The movie can't be longer than 95 minutes.
Oh, I thought it was a 6-minute fucking...
That's the feature, baby.
We're shooting a little documentary about alcoholism. It's about me.
The working title is Tom Dustin, Portrait of a Storyteller.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
spicy.
Yeah, it's nice.
Wait, is this really what this is?
Yeah, it's a film about you. We're capturing
I
you.
can't
You're gonna
wrap
be
my-
dead in 15 minutes. We have to have you captured.
Every day that has passed, I get a little more worried. Like, I'm gonna look like a fucking idiot. But I also
that's why
don't
you're so
care.
brave.
It's about me! It's about me, you guys! They're making a movie about me. I don't know what this is or what it's gonna be, but what it means is what's important. I haven't just been a fan of you for my whole life. You're kind of a fan of me.
I'm a fan of yours. I'm a big fan. We're gonna make the ultimate Tom Dustin film. We want to capture what it's like to be with you.
It's a lot of farts, bad feet.
Oh, bad feet?
Oh, I got stinky feet. I can't do anything about it. I buy these.
Wash them.
Nah. I figure if you let them encrust over a little, it'll hide it. There's got to be some tragedy in it, or heart. There's got to be heart.
Tell a story about how you started comedy. That's hard.
It was a bad breakup. My high school girlfriend, we busted up, and then I walked by a place, the Chops Lounge, and then they had a little sign that said open mic comedy night. They go, you get 5 minutes of stage time, you show up, you sign up on this list, and I go, that's it? And so I went home for 2 weeks. I wrote what I thought was 5 minutes of material, went back, and I did 5 minutes, and I did very, very well my very first time. So well that the other comics were like, hey, is this really your first time? You're lying. And they thought I was all great. And I was like, well, this is fucking easy and awesome. So I went home and I wrote a new 5 minutes. And then I went back and I ate the biggest bag of shit of all time. I was also hammered.
Yeah. Remember one of the jokes?
Okay.
This is 25 years ago.
I'm still doing this bit. My dad told me if I got nervous tonight, he just said, be yourself. But my sister wouldn't let me borrow any of the dresses.
That's not bad.
That was one of my first jokes. So the first set, great. Second set, a colossal failure. So I quit right then and there. I was like, I'm never feeling like that again. That was the worst feeling I've ever had. I'm embarrassed. So I quit for a year, a full year. Then 9/11 happened.
Yes.
And I was like, well, my set can't be worse than that. Thanks. Did you like that? Because I'm new. I'm a new comic. I'm still trying to get all the techniques right of being a comedian. One of them is crowd work. That's when you talk to the crowd. You ask someone in the crowd a question, and then they answer you, and then you say something really funny. I'm gonna give it a try. Sir, what is your name? Claude? That's a stupid fucking name. That's all I get for groundwork so far, too, so stupid. Hello, everybody. Are you drinking, people? Drink it up. Have a good time. Just know yourself. Know what you're capable of drinking. I know myself. I can only drink beer. If I drink anything harder than beer, if I drink hard liquor, I turn into what the experts call a dick. I start fights that I never fight in.
I want to show a comedian that maybe people haven't heard of, but is living the comedy lifestyle, and he's just a storyteller. He's a comedian to the core.
A couple of months right before the pandemic, I was in a bar in New York City. I had 7 Long Island iced teas. I know, it's the perfect amount. And I ended up just picking a fight. I picked a fight with these 2 huge guys in the bar, and then I ducked out the back of the bar and left my friend there. And I felt really bad, because those guys beat the living shit out of her. Yeah, they're actually, they were using the wheels from her chair. They were just smashing her. Thank you, this table, that table, and this table. All right.
Everybody that meets him has an opinion about him. Most love him.
Lesbians love me, and I don't know what it is. I can't explain it. My theory is that lesbians look at me and they go, close enough. Yeah, all right, hey, maybe he'll tuck it in or something.
Some don't.
Don't do that again. I fucking hate you. You're clapping for the wrong reasons. I'm up here giving my all. I'm performing my art and shit, and you're like, get the fuck off the stage. I want to see Joe List. I get it. Let me do 2 more jokes.
I love him. I love him. I want there to be a lasting tribute that everyone can experience what I've got to.
Oh, I ate shit.
Give it up for Tom Dustin doing a hell of a job.
Not good. Ugh. Ick. I can't get one good one.
What are you talking about?
It's like my parents. Like it's you're my parents. You've never seen me kill.
I've seen you kill. I saw you kill 5 seconds ago.
I hate myself.
That's a good
Can I use
title.
that?
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
This guy kills on stage and comes
Really?
back and
Walks
goes,
off
oh
and
my
beats
God, I
his-
bombed.
Yeah, you do that to yourself?
I tried.
Yes,
I
tell him to
tried.
stop doing that to himself. I just listened to a great podcast about positive self. The #1 cause of depression and anxiety is negative self-talk.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Actually, I agree with that.
So you're doing great.
I not only agree with it, I support it. I like a little negative self-image.
Who were like the storytellers in your life? How did you come to be such a storyteller? Was there an uncle or a friend?
It's my dad. He was a car salesman for 50 years or whatever, so he just had a way of talking and telling stories. He had a guy come in one time with a gun, and he goes, "You sold me a piece of shit." And he pulled the gun, he opened his jacket to reveal the gun. He goes, "What are you gonna do about it?" And my dad was like, "Well, we could either fix it or shoot it." He had his own car lot called Economy Auto Sales. And that lasted for a while, and then the IRS came after him. And so he changed the name of the company to Nationwide Auto Sales.
That's where you worked.
I was the sales manager.
Wow. Did you have a role as a kid?
You know, they'd give me odd jobs, detailing cars, you know, vacuum out the trunk of that Chevy over there. Anything you find, you can keep. People would forget, oh, I left a bag of, you know, silver dollars in the trunk of the car, and I'd find them, I get to keep them, anything I found. Or when you clean out the seats and shit.
Right.
Mostly it was French fries that I would find. But he just had a way of telling stories, and he's gregarious, but he also likes selling cars. One of my favorite ones is he used to wear a cross around his neck, a little Catholic crucifix. And if he noticed someone that walked onto the car lot that looked Jewish, he would take the cross and switch it, because in the back he had a Star of David. He'd just switch them around and walk out and go, "Oh, so you like the Chevy?
Wow.
Have a Nagila."
When did you start selling cars?
So my dad owned the 2 car lots, then he semi-retired, and then I got a job as a used car salesman at Quirk Chevy Geo Hyundai. I was 20. I wasn't even old enough to drink, and I'm working with all these 60-year-old, you know, slimy salesmen. I hated it. It was 75, 80 hours a week, but I was making like an astronomical amount of money compared to my friends who had, you know, a job at the video store or whatever. I was like, oh, I made $1,400 this week. And at that time, that was my, like, making $5,000.
Does he know the mackerel story? The fish?
I love a mackerel. I don't know if I know a mackerel story.
I sold a car to a woman one time. She beat me up real bad throughout the whole sales process. She was just nasty the whole time. I think at one point she goes, "I want emerald green Ford Explorer, blah, blah, blah." And I went and got the keys, and it was a lime green or a mint green. And she goes, "What are you, a fucking idiot?" She was a bitch the whole time. And I didn't make any money on the car. And when I delivered her the car, as a thank you goodbye note, I went to the bait shop near my house, and I bought
a mackerel. Nothing smells worse than mackerel blood, especially if it's in a hot car. So I opened up the trunk where you put the spare tire, and I put a bunch of mackerel blood underneath the spare tire, and then I bolted it back down. And then it was August, and I sent her, hey, bye, have a good day, enjoy the car. And like 3 weeks later, I see her in the mechanic shop. Oh, you're back, what's going on? I don't know, this car's making a weird smell. Oh, that's too bad, manufacturer's defect. It's a time-release revenge.
All right, so how do you guys know each other? Because obviously you go way back.
Way back, baby.
Like, what's the first interaction?
We started open mics at the same place, Chops Lounge. The first time I remember seeing and meeting you, you were killer.
This girl came up to me, said the rudest thing to me, this chick. She goes to this, she goes, hey, you would look better if you didn't have those glasses on. And I was like, you know what? You would look better if I didn't have these glasses on.
And then our relationship really took off when we played softball.
That changed my life. No, honestly, there are a lot of instances in our history hanging out together that legitimately I can directly attribute a life change or a way of thinking change.
Put this in. We want this to be about me as much as we can. Where we really hit it off was you came down to the Charlie Horse. We were driving somewhere and I was like, pull over so I can grab this mailbox. And you were like, okay. And I was like, all right, now we're talking. This is when I was still living at my parents' house. Maybe I was 21. And I think my parents might have been a little nervous that I had hitched my wagon to your star.
Yeah.
And then we were like, we're going out.
We're going to Pub 18.
Which is a bar down the street. I came back 3 days later with a mohawk. Since I've known you, I felt like we each had qualities the other wanted to be. And that's what connected us.
But they were complementary, though.
Yes, exactly. We were inseparable in Boston. I remember Ryan Cott being like, how can you guys be together this much? I don't understand.
Yeah, because we were living together and then we'd have to we were on the same shows. One of the hardest I ever laughed was me, you, and Lever 2000 in your old Chevy Celebrity. And we got day drunk. It had bench seats in the front. And we thought it was just hilarious if we just rode 3 abreast in the front. I go, what if the cops pull us over? What are we gonna tell them? And you go, we'll tell them the back seat's broken.
It's weird thinking about how young we were. It's weird, it's more than half my life ago.
Yeah, we've done this longer than we haven't done it.
I was alive for 18 years not as a comedian and 23 years as a comedian. Is Tom over there? I want to tell a quick Tom story. Tom has a different version, but I think I have the right version. Tom and I came here in 06, and we were drinking. I had a pretty serious drinking problem, and we really got after it. And then Tom was like, before we go to the next bar, I gotta take a piss. And I was like, okay, cool. And then there was an alley, and so we went down the alley, and I could just see his head behind the dumpster, and he's peeing, and I'm waiting. And then Tom comes back, and his pants are just covered in piss. And to this day, and Tom can retort when he comes up here, but I don't know if he was so drunk he forgot to take his pants off, or if he was like, this will be the funniest thing I've ever done. It might have been both, but I don't know. But the idea of going to I'm gonna go, because usually when you piss your pants, you've passed out and you're no longer functioning. But Tom went and got privacy and just pissed in his pants. And if it was for the gag, which I believe it was, it's funny, the funniest thing anyone's ever done for another friend. Like, if I had kidney failure and I needed a kidney donated and Tom donated his kidney to me, that would still be below pissing his pants for my entertainment. That's peak friendship. That being said, it might have been a total accident and I'm not sure, so.